Hey guys, thank you very much for joining. As you know, I always do the official presentation, so I'll do it now, and then at the end of the presentation, you will get the chance to ask your questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. So let's start. Today's topic is Czech health insurance. So there are two types of health insurance in the Czech Republic. Number one is so again. There are two types of health insurance in the Czech Republic. Number one is public health insurance. Number two is private health insurance. And the private health insurance is also divided into two groups. One is emergency care and one is comprehensive care. I'll go through the details right now. It will be about 10 minutes, so stick with me and ask your questions at the end if you have some. So what is the difference between public health insurance and private health insurance? To put it simply, the public health insurance, not everyone qualifies for it. In general, it's paid on monthly basis. And in general, you basically have unlimited coverage under the public health insurance. On the other hand, the private health insurance, basically everyone qualifies. Who wants to get it, they can get it. You pay it all at once in advance when you're buying the insurance, and the coverage is very limited because it's private, so the coverage equals to the price. So now, what is a public health insurance? Some people say that it's the best insurance in the Czech that it's the best health insurance in the world, and that's the public Czech health insurance. And I believe that, and I genuinely think it's true, because for as low as $100, even less in some cases, you basically have unlimited coverage. So whatever happens to you, you will be covered and treated for free. Of course, there are some exceptions. For example, dental care is not really covered by the public health insurance. And of course, if you want some premium care, like you want to get a better room in a hospital, you might need to pay something extra. But in general, for as low as like $100 or even less, you get all the treatments and all the healthcare for free. So that's the general idea. Even if you get a cancer, you break all your limbs, or if you get some serious sickness, you will be treated for free as long as you're fine with the public healthcare, public hospitals, and you don't require any private doctors. Okay, let's go now and explain who qualifies for the public healthcare. In general, all Czech people, then EU citizens, then anyone, regardless nationality, who is employed legally in the Czech Republic, then, of course, permanent residence holders in the Czech Republic, and then some third country nationals who have the exception. For example, American freelancers can also qualify and contribute and benefit from the public health insurance. So Czech citizens, we all need to be covered during our whole life. So in the beginning, when we go to school, everything is covered by the government. So we don't have to pay anything. Our parents don't have to pay anything. The government pays. Then once you start working, the healthcare is deducted from your salary, or if you start running business, then you need to pay on your own as well. If you have, if you don't do anything, if you just want to stay at home, so if you report yourself as unemployed, the government covers the healthcare. If you report yourself as just someone who doesn't want to work because you either have enough money or you don't need any money, then you still have to pay yourself, but it's like a very low amount on monthly basis. Then EU citizens, it's a bit more complicated, but in general, EU citizens can also contribute to the public healthcare system. They, in some cases, just need to sort it out between their own health insurance company in the country of their origin. So, for example, if there is some Belgian citizen living in the Czech Republic, then he needs to sort it out between the Belgian health insurance company and a Czech health insurance company, but they basically can contribute and benefit from the system the same way as Czech citizens. Anyone, regardless the nationality, who is employed in the Czech Republic also falls under the public healthcare system, because the healthcare payment is deducted from your salary on monthly basis. So as long as you're employed, you are covered by the public healthcare regardless of your nationality. Then permanent residence holders, that's one of the great advantages which I described in another video I shot some time ago about the permanent residency and its benefits. So if you get a permanent residence permit, you automatically, as a third country national, you automatically fall under the public healthcare system. So you will have to start contributing to the public healthcare system, and you can also benefit from the public health insurance system. And then if you're, for example, self-employed American, I believe the same applies to Japanese and like 6 other nationalities. Then if you're self-employed in the Czech Republic, you also can even have to contribute to the public healthcare system. That's why Americans, like for example, American teachers working under the trade license, they also have to pay the public health insurance on monthly basis, and then they don't buy the private because there is an agreement between the Czech Republic and the US about this. Okay, so how the public healthcare system works. It's pretty simple, actually. Everyone basically, or the groups of people I've just described, have to contribute on monthly basis to the public system, and then anyone who's covered by the public system can benefit from the system. So you pay the money on monthly basis, and then if you need some treatment, you just go to a hospital, you show your health insurance card saying that you're contributing to the system, and you will be treated for free. That's actually pretty simple, and that's why it's the best or one of the best healthcare systems in the world, because you basically pay just a very low amount compared to other countries, and you get everything covered for free, basically. So that's actually pretty simple. And now, how many public health insurance companies are there in the Czech Republic? This is a common mistake foreigners do. They often ask us, okay, I can only get registered with the VZP, right? That's the only public health insurance company. That's not true. VZP is not the only public health insurance company. And in my personal opinion, it's not even the best by far. Because I've had many, I'm Czech, so you can change the health insurance company regularly. And I've had many, and VZP was one of the worst because they used to be the only company allowed to provide public health care years ago. So they had a monopoly. And then when the market opened and there were more public health insurance companies, they kind of lost the train and still didn't care about their customers and made everything complicated. Now they're catching back and they're getting better. But in my opinion, there are way better public health insurance companies than VZP. So in general, there are 7 public health insurance companies: VZP, OZP, VOZP, and some more. But these are the 3 most popular ones, and you can choose which one you want. Of course, if your employer registers you with one of them, you stick with that. But you can, in theory, choose which one you want. You can change it twice a year, I believe. And you can choose. That's the most important thing. You don't have to go to VZP. Of course, if you like them or if your employer registers you, that's good. They're public health insurance companies. They have the same coverage as any other health insurance company. But if you can choose from other 6 health insurance companies as well. As mentioned, we usually recommend OZP because they're very friendly, and especially if you're a foreigner and you need to get some documents from them, we have only the best experience with getting all the documents from OZP. In contrary to VZP, where some documents are very difficult to get, and it can even complicate your visa processes if you need to get some specific documents. Okay, now, private insurance. What is it? Private health insurance in the Czech Republic. Private health insurance is a health insurance coverage provided by private health insurance companies. In general, there are 2 types, emergency care and comprehensive care. Sometimes the comprehensive can have like some sub packages like comprehensive and then exclusive care. But basically, it's just about how much you pay, that much you will get covered. So emergency care only covers cases of emergency. If you get hit by a tram, then you will be covered, the care will be covered. But if you, for example, want to go to a doctor just because you don't feel well, then you will need to pay out of your pocket. The comprehensive health insurance covers more than emergency. So, for example, if you don't feel well and you want to go to a doctor, you can, and it's in many cases it's covered. Also, if you get some sickness, some illness, that might be covered as well. But you need to remember that the price equals the coverage. So you cannot really expect for like 500 crowns a month that you will have like a very good coverage. So keep this in mind. As for how many private health insurance companies are there in the Czech Republic, it's similar as with the public health insurance system. There are about like 5 or 6 I can remember from top of my head. The main ones are Maxima, PVZP, Ergo, Slavia, Unica, and there used to be some more, but they always appear and then they disappear. So these are the biggest ones and the stable ones which stay here. Yeah. With a private health insurance, if you follow my work, or if you're a foreigner living in the Czech Republic and you follow the Ministry of the Interior website and like just the news about life in the Czech Republic for foreigners, you've probably seen that from the 2nd of August this year, there have been some major changes in the private health insurance sector, and the main change is that basically all the 6 companies I just mentioned, Maxima, PVZP, Ergo, Slavia, Unica, they're still allowed to sell the emergency care. But the government said, okay, we will no longer allow you to sell the comprehensive health insurance, and we'll give all your business, 800 million crowns a year, to one company which we chose. So they basically created a monopoly in the private health insurance company, the comprehensive care, and they gave all the money and all the business to PVZP. Be careful, PVZP is not the same as VZP. VZP is the public health insurance company. PVZP is their kind of like a daughter company, but it's a privately owned company, and it only provides private health insurance. So they have all the other competitors, or at least they had competitors before this beautiful governmental change. And because of this change, what also changed is for you, if you're here and you need to buy the private health insurance for your visa or residence permit, you have no other choice than to buy it from the PVZP, because the government banned all the other companies to sell the comprehensive care. So you have no other choice. And of course, the price has increased and you cannot really choose much there. So just to give you an idea now, the general price for the private health insurance, the comprehensive care from PVZP is around 25,000 crowns for a year. If you're a student, it can be less, but if you're older, if you're above 44 and then above 54, I believe, then it increases a lot. So you can pay up to 75,000 crowns a year, just because you have no other option now. So that was, I believe, the official part. I covered everything. So I'll now answer questions if there are more. So please feel free to ask questions now. I can see that on YouTube there is a question, so I'll answer that first. And guys here on Facebook, thank you very much for joining me, for watching me, for showing support. Please type your questions as well, and I answer them. I'll answer them as well. So let's start with YouTube. AJ Hoti is asking, what about spouse of employed third country national who is not working? Yeah, because in that case, if you are here, you have an employee card, for example, you're both non-EU citizens and you are employed, then you are covered by the public health insurance system. You have the blue card and you're covered. Unfortunately, your spouse cannot be added under your health insurance, so they always need to buy the private health insurance. So the main applicant, the holder of the employee card and the one employed, has the public health insurance, but their spouses need to have the private health insurance, unfortunately. If she's getting or he's getting the residence permit for 2 years, then you need to buy the private health insurance for the full 2 years. Hopefully this was good enough question, AJ. If you have any more questions or I forgot something or you need to know more, please comment. I'll get to it in a second. So Qatar says, on Facebook. What is the difference between yellow VZP, green VZP, and blue card VZP? Both have free treatment, but can you give example? Thank you. Honestly, I don't know from top of my head exactly. I know that the different colors are just for different nationalities. Kind of EU Czech citizens get the blue one, EU citizens usually the blue one as well. Non-EU citizens can get the green one, and the yellow one, I've seen it as well, but honestly, I don't know from top of my head. I can easily find out because I've tried to read it and understand it a couple times, but I always forget. So I know where to find it easily. So if you just get in touch with me privately, either on Facebook or my TikTok, or I just got stuck now. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, so I was saying that if you get in touch with me on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook in private, then I'll be happy to find out. I know exactly where the link is, and I read it multiple times, but I just don't remember because it's not that much important to our work. So, but get in touch, and I'll be happy to find out and send you the link where you can read all the descriptions and the differences between the different types of cards. So, guys, you know me, and if you follow me, I see that some of you are coming back here regularly. So you know that I will give you some more time to ask questions. Of course, ideally it should be about health insurance, but if you have any other questions regarding your immigration situation or about some documents or whatever, life in the Czech Republic, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll be just awkwardly dancing. Someone wants to join, which I've never done before, so I will try to add you. This might be interesting because I've started with these live features not that long ago. We've always done in Move to Prague. We've done plenty of live streams on YouTube. And if you go to Move to Prague channel on YouTube, we have plenty of videos. We have interviews with some of the expats and how they feel in the Czech Republic, all this. But they're still these private sessions are kind of new to me. So Utpal wanted to join. So I guess it would be possible for you to join me and we could have like a face-to-face conversation. But then Utpal rejected the offer to join. So if someone of you is brave, you can join. Feel free to join, and I'll be happy to have a one-to-one chat with you. Or ask a question, type a question. I'll be happy to answer it. Otherwise, I'll be just awkwardly dancing for a couple more seconds, and then I will finish the live. It will, of course, stay. The recording will stay active on Facebook. It will stay active on YouTube, and I'll be sharing the most important, most interesting pieces on my TikTok, on my Instagram. So please feel free to join me there. And yeah, I'll be happy to. I started actually doing TikTok live streams, and that's very interesting. I've just done the first one yesterday, and it was really great because so many people joined and many people were asking questions. So I planned, or I didn't know what to expect, but I was there for 45 minutes answering questions. So coming like this. So if you have TikTok, follow me on TikTok, and I'll be happy to speak with you directly on some of my lives there. So if there are no other questions, I'll give you 5 more seconds, dancing awkwardly, and then I will end the live stream. And thank you very much for joining and for interacting with me. All right. Looks like no one else is willing to ask any questions. So, of course, if you have any questions after I finish the stream, leave a comment here on Facebook, on YouTube, or follow me on all the other social media, and I'll be happy to answer your questions there. So thank you very much, guys, for joining. Hopefully this was helpful, interesting, or maybe a bit entertaining. And join me next time. I do live streams on YouTube and Facebook every Monday and Thursday. And then I'll be doing randomly live streams on TikTok. Bye-bye, guys.